Welcome to the Jarvis Martin Choices Flooring Swing Stand construction video. What you see here is the fully constructed stand with every component applied, and what you're about to see is the process used to put all the components together from start to finish. These are all the pieces of the stand. You'll need 2 people to assemble it, and the outer supports need the tabs that line up with the wooden sections to be on the outside so that you can screw the wooden sections in. There are countersunk holes on the top and bottom of the outer sections of the stand. They should be facing the outside where the wooden sections will be facing it. You need to do this for both sides, and make sure when you're constructing it that you apply all the nuts and bolts relatively finger tight so that you can make adjustments in squareness and straightness for the entire assembly before you apply torque and make the structure completely rigid. The top back support, which sits in front of you with all the holes facing you, should be erected with the holes facing downwards, as you're about to see in a minute. You will need 2 people for this, of course. Once this is done, you can install the book frames and the side holders. These are installed with a longer wire up top, with the longer wire being installed first, and then the lower section being dropped into the bottom frame, as Stuart is demonstrating now. Once you've done that, you can actually install the back brace supports. Make sure that the bolt head is facing the front of the stand as you insert it. This is done for both sides of the back brace. This is done with 4 long bolts, and then you'll be left with 1 shorter bolt, which is used to fasten the intersection between the 2 back straps, as Stuart goes to show you now. 2 book frames at the rear are what's next. They're inserted with the holes facing away from the front of the stand, and with the 2 longer sections of rod inserted into the top first and then the bottom section, as is being demonstrated now. You'll end up having 3 frames left and right to be installed high, medium and low, and these are inserted with the mounting hooks from the back, which, if your frame in left and right is mounted correctly, will have the holes facing the outside. You'll have 2 small hooks that are then mounted to the small frames that have just been applied. They look something like this, so they just fit over the top, just like that. From there, you can begin to install the swing arms, and they install as the other components do, with the long rod at the top and then dropped in, starting from the outside in. You'll have 14 in total, and they are fitted both left and right. The next section are the identification labels, which are fitted as displayed, using the small frame as the spacer for the label itself. This is done for front and back according to what samples you have in the frame, so that the frames do not clank against each other when opened and closed. The back side has a small rubber stopper applied. These are applied to the back side of each one of them, so there are 14 of them, and these are applied as shown. Some of the frames have more than 1 sample panel, so the identification label is applied in exactly the same way as it is to the top, but at each intersection point. This is done for the panels that are 3-sided and 2-sided. And as you can see here, Stuart is applying it to the panel that is 3-sided. Like so. That concludes the construction. This is what it should look like when it's completed. The wooden panels are applied simply with some wood screws and a drill. If you have any questions, contact Jarvis Martin. Thank you for watching.